Suggestions, recommendations, remedies to reform juvenile justice. 1. Where there are no documentation proofs of age, the federal and provincial governments need to establish and implement an effective age determination mechanism using various modern scientific and technological tools such as DNA and bone density tests. 2. The JJSA 2018 should be further strengthened, and the lacunae and gaps in articles, sections 4, 6, 6, 12, and 15 need to be revisited. 3. The JJSA 2018 rules need to be notified on an urgent basis. 4. Establish new and exclusive juvenile courts, police investigation, probation, prosecution, detention, prison facilities, and parole staff, as well as psychologists and social workers to deal with juvenile offenders. 5. The juvenile courts, police investigation, probation, prosecution, detention, prison, and parole staff, as well as psychologists and social workers, need to be sensitized and trained to follow and implement the provisions of JJSA 2018. 6. The government needs to establish the Juvenile Justice Committees, JJCs, at all tiers of governance, especially at the district level, to increase juveniles' access to out-of-court dispensation of cases. 7. As per the JJSA 2018, the government needs to establish juvenile rehabilitation centers and also promote other alternative measures to incarceration, such as diversion, probation, mediation, counseling and education, parole, and community service. 8. The government of Balochistan needs to establish its first juvenile rehabilitation center and then gradually establish one JRC in each district. 9. The government of KPK also needs to transform the Banu and Haripur Borstal institutions into model juvenile rehabilitation centers and then establish one JRC in each district. 10. The governments of Punjab and Sindh also need to establish one JRC in each district. Moreover, all provinces need to equip these JRCs with trained staff and basic minimum needs like clean drinking water and sanitation. 11. The state should ensure that for juvenile offenders, imprisonment is used as a last resort and for shorter spans. 12. Where imprisonment becomes unavoidable, the juvenile prisoner must not be detained with adult prisoners. 13. There is also a need for the recruitment of gender-balanced staff at all levels of the juvenile justice system in Pakistan, namely in police, courts, probation, rehabilitation centers, parole officers, psychologists, and social workers. It may decrease the chances of sexual harassment of juvenile offenders. 14. FIRs involving juveniles must be registered with due diligence, honesty, and integrity. Special care must be ensured in cases involving female juveniles, since they are one of the most voiceless and victimized sections of society. 15. Probation must be widely used in cases involving juvenile offenders. The Directorate of Reclamation and Probation, RP, needs to be strengthened for this purpose. 16. The media must also highlight the plight and issues of children in Pakistan. The print and electronic media also need to report the lack of juvenile justice committees and rehabilitation centers and monitor the implementation and performance of the Juvenile Justice System Act of Pakistan. 17. The fundamental right to education for all children enshrined in Article 25A of Pakistan's Constitution needs to be adhered to, and out-of-school children need to be facilitated and incentivized for education.